General Hospital will reveal how Natalia enters Sonny's life at a time when he is facing one of the most difficult periods of his life. After a series of events that threaten his life, especially his heart health issues, Sonny feels more vulnerable than ever before. In the past, he was a strong man who controlled everything, but now, illness makes him realize that he has limits too. This is when Natalia arrives, bringing with her gentleness, patience, and a heart that listens. She is not like the other women who have come through his life. Natalia does not try to change Sonny or impose her thoughts on him. Instead, she remains by his side, slowly building trust, helping him regain the sense of safety he had lost for so long. Each time Sonny feels exhausted from endless battles and conspiracies surrounding him, Natalia appears like a gentle breeze, easing the tension in his mind. They do not rush in this relationship. Everything unfolds naturally, slowly but profoundly. Sonny begins to open up more to Natalia, allowing her to step into the world he has always guarded carefully. Long evenings with deep conversations, rare peaceful moments spent together make Sonny feel like he has found someone who understands him better than he understands himself. For a man who has always faced schemes and betrayals, finding someone he can fully trust is invaluable. However, Sonny is unaware that Natalia is hiding a secret that could destroy everything. Before entering his life, she had a past she dared not admit. Natalia was once the wife of Sidwell, a man who was not only a powerful businessman but also the mastermind behind many illegal activities in the shadows. Sidwell was not just an ex-husband, he was a dangerous force with a strong influence on the underworld of Port Charles. Natalia knows that if Sonny discovers this truth, he will never forgive her. But she cannot turn her back on the man she is slowly falling in love with. She lives in fear that the past will be exposed, that Sidwell might return and make her a pawn in his game of power. While Sonny believes she is just an ordinary woman, a loyal ally, Natalia knows that one day he will uncover the truth. And when that day comes, she can only hope that Sonny will understand why she kept it from him. Sonny, a man of strength who has always controlled everything, is affected differently by Natalia, a sense of peace he hasn't felt in a long time. Her sincere care, the quiet presence during his sleepless nights, and her patience have made Sonny sink deeper into this relationship. Although he knows his world is full of danger and not everyone is trustworthy, with Natalia, he is willing to trust, to allow himself to be vulnerable in front of her. This surprises him, but it also brings an unusual sense of comfort. However, those peaceful moments never last forever. The truth always has a way of revealing itself, and when Sonny discovers the past between Natalia and Sidwell, everything seems to collapse before him. He doesn't need any more explanations, the feeling of betrayal immediately erupts in his heart. The woman he trusted most, the one he opened his heart to, turns out to have ties to his greatest enemy. His anger surges, not only because she concealed the truth but also because he let himself trust her without suspicion. Sonny has been betrayed many times before, but this time, the pain cuts deeper. He wants to push Natalia away, to see her as a liar who doesn't deserve to stay by his side. But what complicates matters is that Natalia doesn't run away. She doesn't try to hide or justify herself. Instead, she chooses to face the truth, standing before him with a determined gaze, ready to take responsibility for what happened. It is this courage that makes it hard for Sonny to immediately turn his back on her. Natalia understands that one apology is not enough. To atone, she reveals a secret that could change the entire battle. Sidwell is not just an ambitious power-hungry man, but the one pulling the strings behind everything that has happened. He is the one who manipulated Cyrus, turning him into a puppet to carry out dark schemes. Sonny had suspected that there was a larger force behind Cyrus, but he never imagined it would be Sidwell, who had secretly orchestrated an entire network to take him down. But that isn't the most shocking revelation for Sonny. Natalia discloses an earth-shattering truth: the fire in Sonny's penthouse was not an accident or a random attack. Sidwell ordered it, with the intent not just to threaten but to eliminate Sonny completely. That fire nearly took his life, stripping him of any sense of safety in his own territory. And now, he knows that the real enemy is not Cyrus, but Sidwell, who has been hiding in the shadows all along. Sunny is stunned by Natalia's words. His anger hasn't dissipated, but beneath it is a different feeling, a deep sense of disappointment. He can't forgive her immediately, but he can't deny that Natalia has truly chosen to stand by him, even knowing that it could make her Sidwell's next target. Amid the undercurrents of schemes and betrayal, Sunny knows that he cannot act impulsively. Sidwell has shown him how dangerous he is, and if he wants to bring him down, Sunny must be more alert than ever before. Natalia's words are like a heavy punch to Sunny, shaking all of his thoughts about his real enemy. He once thought Sidwell was just an ambitious businessman, somewhat exploiting the chaos in the Port Charles underworld to expand his power. But now, the bigger picture is clearer than ever. Sidwell is not merely a business rival or an observer from the sidelines. He is the mastermind, the one pulling the strings, the one who has secretly manipulated everything from the shadows. He doesn't just want to control Port Charles, he wants to uproot anyone who dares to stand in his way, including Sunny. What angers Sunny the most is how successful Sidwell has been. Sidwell used Cyrus as a puppet to carry out his dirty plans, while he stayed behind the scenes, concealing his true identity. All eyes were on Cyrus, viewing him as the main threat, while Sidwell quietly controlled everything. Sunny cannot accept that he was so easily deceived. He had always believed he was one step ahead of his enemies, that no conspiracy could escape his control. But this time, he was wrong. The fury inside Sunny is boiling, as if a fire is burning through every cell in his body. He wants to rush into revenge, to make Sidwell pay for targeting him, for targeting his territory. But no matter how hot the fire of anger burns, Sunny cannot deny another truth: Natalia did not deceive him in this critical moment. She had the opportunity to hide the truth, to protect herself and stay out of this battle. But instead, she chose to face him, chose to reveal everything, knowing that it could make him hate her forever. Natalia made a mistake by hiding her connection with Sidwell, but when faced with the possibility of losing Sunny, she did not hesitate to tell the truth. She did not run away, nor did she try to escape the consequences of what had happened. She knew that I can't change the past, but she can still correct her mistakes in the present. She chose to stand by Sunny, ready to face Sidwell even knowing that it would put her in danger. This made it impossible for Sunny to ignore. In the midst of anger and hurt, Sunny realized that he couldn't handle this hastily. Sidwell was a dangerous man, and if he wanted to take him down, he needed a solid plan, not an emotional reaction. More importantly, Natalia could be the most important piece in this game. She had connections to Sidwell, knew how he thought, how he acted, and most importantly, she was seeking redemption. Sunny could take advantage of that to make her a part of his plan. But could he really trust her again? That was the only question Sunny couldn't answer. Sunny wasn't the kind of man who easily forgave or overlooked a betrayal, but this time, he knew that he couldn't act based on momentary emotions. Natalia might have hidden her past with Sidwell, but now, she had chosen to stand by him, ready to confront the man she once bonded with. Sunny saw in her not just a woman wanting to make amends, but an opportunity, a trump card that could help him turn the tide in this dangerous battle. He knew that Sidwell was a smart man, not easy to deal with. He had manipulated Cyrus, controlled many forces in the shadows, and almost defeated Sunny without revealing his true identity. But because of that, Sunny couldn't let him continue to operate unchecked. If Sidwell had used Cyrus as a pawn to carry out his plans, then Sunny could do the same with Natalia, but this time, he would be the one in control. Keeping Natalia by his side wasn't just about feelings, it was because she could become his sharpest weapon in this fight. No one understood Sidwell better than her, and no one could approach him without raising suspicion like she could. She knew how he thought, how he acted, and most importantly, she knew the secrets that Sidwell's enemies had always tried to hide. He needed her to gather information, find his weaknesses, a vulnerability that could help Sunny take him down completely. But this plan wasn't just about power. For Sunny, it was also personal revenge. Sidwell wasn't just threatening the underworld of Port Charles, he had dared to touch Sunny, trying to destroy him, tear apart his life, and put those he loved in danger. He had gone too far, and Sunny wasn't going to let him do that again. Natalia understood this. She had no choice but to stand by Sunny's side. She knew that Sidwell would never forgive her betrayal, and if he discovered what she was doing, she would have no way out. But that was also why she was more determined than ever. This wasn't just about saving herself, it was about correcting the mistakes of her past, about standing up against the man she once trusted but ultimately turned out to be the true demon in the shadows. Sunny looked at Natalia, not saying a word. He knew that keeping her close was a gamble, but it was a game he was willing to play. Sidwell thought he could manipulate everyone, but this time, Sunny would show him that he had underestimated him. And with Natalia by his side, he could get closer than ever to taking Sidwell down for good. Natalia understood that from this moment on, her life would never be the same again. She had once stood by Sidwell's side, trusting his promises and his ambitious plans. But now, she realized that she was just a pawn in the hands of someone who never truly saw her as a partner, a companion. When she chose to stand by Sunny, she also chose to face the most dangerous man she had ever known. Sidwell was not the forgiving type. He wouldn't let this betrayal go easily. Her staying in Port Charles and helping Sunny meant that she was betting her life on this gamble. But she had no choice. She couldn't go back to Sidwell, and she couldn't keep hiding in the shadows of the past. If she wanted to correct her mistakes, if she truly wanted to change, she had to step out and face the consequences. And above all, she couldn't deny that she truly cared about Sunny, not just as an ally, but as a man she had deep feelings for. Meanwhile, Sunny also understood the danger of this situation. He had once seen Sidwell as just another adversary, someone who could be taken down the way he had dealt with previous enemies. But now, he knew that Sidwell was a calculated man, someone who didn't act on emotion but always stayed one step ahead. If Sunny wasn't careful, if he didn't plan precisely, he wouldn't just lose Natalia, he would lose everything. But Sunny had never been one to back down. He had faced more dangerous forces, had stood on the brink of collapse, and still come back stronger. He knew that Sidwell thought he could control everything, but he was wrong. Sunny didn't just want to protect himself, he wanted to personally destroy the empire Sidwell had built in the shadows. This battle wasn't just a power struggle in the underworld. It carried a much deeper meaning, it was the confrontation between loyalty and betrayal, between the lies hidden in the dark and the truths that were slowly being exposed. Sunny wasn't just fighting for his survival, but also to ensure that Sidwell would never have the chance to manipulate and control the fates of others again. With Natalia by his side, Sunny knew he had an important trump card, but also a significant risk. He couldn't fully trust her, but he couldn't remove her from the plan either. If she truly wanted to atone, if she was willing to bet everything, then he would use her in the most effective way possible. Both of them understood that there was no turning back. Sidwell had gone too far, and now it was time for him to pay. This battle would be a life-and-death struggle, where only one side could win. And Sunny swore that this time, he wouldn't let anyone, even Sidwell or anyone else, stand in the shadows and manipulate his life ever again.